No, he didn't. Because she had a daughter 2 classrooms down. She got so butthurt that she gave that boy detention after school, which makes no sense to me because how you gonna punish somebody for something you started and gonna expect them to just sit there and take it, you delusional heifer? Like, calm down, Betty. Just because old man Alfred ain't hitting it no more don't mean you gotta take out your anger on a 13-year-old. I guess this is what began his Belmont arc because that boy Trevor took it to heart and wanted revenge. He get back to his seat, he like, my head. I got something for you, old hag. Amber heard it and was like, yeah, we got something for you, Betty. What we got? Bruh, Amber was the most annoying out of the two because she was a meat grinder. Everything he said, she went with and hyped it up. Like she had less of a backbone than me. If he told her, leave a on the bed, no hesitation. If he told her, bite your finger off,
all right.
like,
So I hope everybody's having a good morning so far.
too hard. He looks over to me, he like,
I'm over here trying to figure out
give her spoiled milk.
how to
Since she like her job so much, we're gonna
switch
teach her a
this.
lesson. He gets out a pencil and paper. submit. Amber and Trevor managed to make it out of the room and ran down the hallway trying to make it outside, and almost did, until Miss Turner stops, takes off her heels, moves down like a runner, a track star. Usain bolts over to Trevor and Amber and tackles them down like an NFL player. That was totally wicked. Craziest thing I seen that year. Like, bro, she may be 56, but her knees were 21. No, for real, she was a cold Tony. Bro, I had little time to spare, so I took advantage of this opportunity. I dumped the poison coffee in the trash, sat on the floor, and tipped over to make it look like they knocked it over, sliced it, acting like I was in the bathroom. Did they drag me in later after they got T-Bow? Yes.
What's up? Good morning, everybody. I hope y'all having a good morning so far.
You gotta believe me. I'm not lying. You just tried to poison me. Why would I believe anything that comes out your mouth? Miss Turner, he was literally our lookout. What you talking about? I was in the bathroom taking a fat one. I even ran out of tissue. I know. Go check the cameras. Yeah, go check the cameras. Shut up, Amber. Boy, this isn't the time to be framing people for something they didn't do. Plus, the school don't even have cameras yet. They're getting installed months from now. What a time. So they got sent to alternative school after this, and I ain't seen them since. Before they left, though, I was like, imagine trying to do such blasphemy like poison the teacher. Couldn't be me.
Great.
I'm high, he's drunk, made that splat all over my back seat. Beavis and Butthead outside the car trying to fight over a Back in freshman year of college, I had a friend that was wild. Yo, she was the young and the restless. When I got to use her real name, I'm gonna call her that. All she wanted to do was have fun. You know, the usual college mentality. Smoke, drink, party, get her back blown out at the end of the night because she was finally free from the clutches of her strict parents. And you know what they say? Stricter dad, daughter. Now when the college scene, a girl, a guy like this is normal. So I expected the wild part. I get to her location, which happened to be at a club. She get in the car, but not alone. Somebody got in with her. I said,
What if the bright side wasn't just a state of mind? What if it was a real place with blue skies, perfect greens, seaside concerts, world-famous beaches, and the margarita of your dreams? What if you came here, all the way to the bright side, where optimism is made fresh daily, and let San Diego turn your mood upside up? Plan your trip at sandiego.org. Funded in part with City of San Diego Tourism Marketing District Assessment Funds.
This just happened to be tame, so I'll let it slide. Dude in the back is real quiet too. I already knew what was gonna go down because she had on a hoodie, a bag, and some leggings. If that don't scream Duty Land, then I don't know what is. Plus, I ain't never seen him around school. He must be a local or something. So I drop her off. Next day, she texts me talking about come bring her back to campus. I get up there, she looking out the window like she on cloud nine. I say, you had a good time? She like, it slid me another 30. I don't think y'all understand. That money she
Take some nice little chill vibes and shit going on.
I say how high. That whole week was when light to 1-8. I had to put my 2 weeks notice in on the house for this. One day she hit me up literally
Well,
right
I'm
after
chilling on this based off like anime shit, which means like I'm getting a lot of anime skits to the best of my abilities. And I do shit like that when I have some time. Cause I
in my
figure
dormitory was fresh out of snacks, which was all I needed anyway because I got a little stomach, so I decided to just thug it out and eat when I get back. I grabbed my kid, give her location. She get in the car,
soon
but now
after,
I'm
maybe some
back. I'm like,
content
"Back, what the-
here
is that
and
the
there.
janitor?" She's like, "Yeah, what about it?" I'm like, hold on now. Both of you got me 50 shades of fuck up. You, listen, brother, man, I know you are a janitor. Right now, it seems like you're trying to get more than the floor with. Right on, brother. But that's besides the point. I don't know if she told you the rules or not, but you can't be smoking in my car, especially not cigarettes. You, have you lost your mind? Why you keep bringing these random folks around when we agreed only you? She like, I ain't got no extra money this time, but I do have food to compensate, which caught my attention because I'm hungry. I ain't had no food in 24 hours, so she caught me at the right time. She like, I got some gummies you can eat. They not regular gummies, so you gotta be careful. Man, what you talking about not normal? Talking about not normal. Man, you look like regular Wait, are these? Yep. Why didn't you stop me after the first one I ate? I ate 2 of them. You took the bag from me. What was I supposed to do, bitch? You know what? It's whatever. Let's just go. Yo, lucky I can handle this. Great things. How long is this gonna take before it kicks in? You have about 30 minutes. I had to hurry up before the high kicked in. But that's not even the worst part. Bro reaches in his bag and pulls out a beer. She like, that's your third one, ain't it? I'm like, his third one? She like, yeah, we're going on a date back to his house. I'm finna get Liddy too when we get there. A date. Yup, at his house. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of Dooneyland? No. I got a feeling this is one night she won't stand. Bro, 5 seconds later, I hear a girl outside of the car talking about Antoine? Who's that big you're in the car with? Instantly, my heart dropped down to my ass. Dude didn't even say nothing. He just looked at her and sat there in silence. Becca looks at her. She like, and who are you? And gets out the car. I knew then and there that it was about to go down. What the fuck did I get myself into? I didn't realize how much time had went by. Like, we've been sitting there for a minute, so I already knew what was coming. As those two were outside arguing, I felt the world getting a lot slower, and everything started to get 3 times heavier. I was like, yep, I hope she got an Uber, cause this little piggy ain't going nowhere. Bro, I looked
I
at the
wonder
back
if
of
it's
the car,
damage
bro,
towards
it
me.
walked over and throw up is all over my back seat. I'm like, what is going on?
Just wait for the
I'm
claps
high,
to
he's drunk, he done made that splash all over my back seat. Beavis and Butthead outside the car trying to fight over a glizzy. He not even conscious enough to care. I ain't have time for all of this. Like, food is not enough of compensation for all of this going on. So I was like, you know what? Why does this keep happening every time she gets in the car? You know what? Over again. with outside from time to time. We're gonna call him by his nickname I gave him, because he acted like one of them little gremlins from, well, gremlins. We were street friends, but we were from two different worlds. For example, all the basic home training and discipline I got growing up, he had the opposite. Why? Well, because his parents.
See, I mean, they still do die.
Whether you bond over streaming binge-worthy videos, watching sports recaps, video gaming, or by unplugging altogether, the 2026 Lincoln Nautilus Hybrid helps keep you connected throughout your journey. Learn more at Lincoln.com. Available connectivity features and functionality vary by model. Package pricing, trials, and term lengths vary by model. Video streaming and games are only available while parked.
I have my folks be his folks. My parents didn't believe in letting me go over some rando's house that they didn't know. And I don't blame them, because you got me 50 shades of freaked up. And I want to be in a get out situation. When I say this experience was like a movie, bro, I should have worn 3D glasses. Everything I witnessed had me shook like an iPhone notification. So I get inside. The first thing I noticed was that it smelled like straight, wet dog. Like, who been living in here? Crypto? It's all like, like, shut up, Donna. We're not hungry yet. I'm like, first of all, listen, buddy. If I had my parents' name, I'd put my name on a grave site. Like, what's wrong with this? So second of all, I don't need to tell you. So who is this? You speak up. I wouldn't know. Now, even though I just missed class, I don't know anything that went on. So while we walk into this room, right, I'm looking at on the couch, the floors, the TV stands, the counters. Like, bro, who do y'all got shedded in here? Jada Pinkett? I see why my great grandma used to put plastic over her couch. Because of stuff like this. And don't even get me started on his room. When we got in there, I see his console collection. Bro, a spoil. This was back in 2009. So we had a Game Boy, a Game Boy Advance, a PSP, a PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, and a Atari, a Sega CD, a Nintendo DS, a Nintendo 64, a Sega Saturn, a 2001 iPod, a Sega Dreamcast, a Mega Drive, and a Famicom. Bro, to this day, I still don't know how the freak he got his hands on those two, because they were Japan exclusive. Couldn't get those in America back in 2009, unless you were like Bill Gates. His whole ass must have been a part of like a game console cartel or something. I don't know. All I know is he had it all. Even had his own gateway computer. His own personal gateway computer. I wish I had that back then. Because back at my house, we had a family computer that I had to wait my turn to use or didn't get a turn at all. I ain't gonna cap. I was mad jelly, because I ain't have none of this back at the house except the PlayStation 2. Seeing all that made me never want to leave. Until I went to use the bathroom on the other side of the house. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I had to pass through the kitchen and the living room. And on my way to excrete bodily fluids, I saw his mama cooking food. She put her bare fingers in the food and taste tested the food, bruh. Oh my gosh, somebody come get her. She turned into a liquor. Bro, I almost wanted to throw up. And oh no, it gets worse. Her other son walks in the kitchen, gets on top of the counter, puts his disgusting, dirty feet on top of the counter where she was preparing the food. Man, somebody come get Jack. Somebody come get they child. Mind you, little dude just came back from playing with the dog in the backyard. Do you know how many pots and pans would fly across my head if I did some junk like this? I'm gonna let y'all take a guess. All of them. Now again, even though I just witnessed blasphemy, this ain't my house, and I ain't eating that food. So anything that went on in that house was none of my business or my concern. So I continued to stay cordial and calm until I got back to the room.
Stop taking meeting notes and let ClickUp AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meetings, not your notes. It captures everything, from action items to key decisions. And after every call, you get a clear summary. But what really takes to the next level is that it's the only AI Note Taker that connects your meetings to the rest of your work. So stop stressing about taking notes.
I'm walking back. First thing I hear down the hallway,
comfort and confidence go hand in hand. Because how you start your day shapes how you move through it. Jockey clothes are crafted for a life in motion. Whether you're holding tree pose in yoga or just grabbing coffee with friends, our apparel keeps you moving comfortably. So as you make your way through this new year, make room for what moves you. Jockey, crafting comfort since 1876. Shop jockey.com today.
Looking for a tasty way to get more protein in your busy routine? Cheerios Protein Cereal is your go-to for breakfast, a quick snack, or a post-gym refuel. Try cinnamon, cookies and cream, or strawberry, each with 8 grams of protein and classic Cheerios Crunch. Pour on 3/4 cup of milk for 14 grams of protein. More than an egg. Cheerios Protein keeps you going. Disclaimer, Cheerios Protein Cereal is a good source of protein per serving.
Make your browser fast.
A BetterHelp ad. February is full of flowers and lots of relationship talk. But whether you're single, married, or dating, just remember, you're right on time. Sometimes it feels like everyone has it all together in their love lives. But the truth is, we're all still figuring it out. Therapy can help. Get some outside perspective from a professional that can lead to new understanding and a lot less pressure on yourself. And remember, you're right on time. Visit BetterHelp.com/Spotify Music for 10% off.
This is a really good time to fucking just chill and relax and watch some YouTube and, you know, just chill out. Oh shit. just shooting fucking arrows now. Alright, yeah, come on, what's up then, bitch? Yeah, bitch. Perry all fucking A. Yeah, Perry. Is she better with these people? Yeah. Yeah, I think she was the one that handles these motherfuckers. Why the fuck is her damage so much on them? Boy, if she was trained by Woody, yeah. That would make her like hella fucking formidable. See, it says connecting to chat, like it's not already supposed to be in the chat. Crazy, huh? Mission complete.
You're pretty smart. When people talk about you, too smart comes up a lot. So why are you trying to prove them wrong? Why aren't you pushing the limits of science and powering the nuclear engines of the world's most powerful navy? If you were born for it, isn't it time to make a smart choice? You can be smart, or you can be nuke smart. Become a nuclear engineer at Navy.com/nukesmart. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
Find your perfect match at Now Maxwell Jeep Ram in Killeen. It'll be love at first sight when you set your eyes on our huge selection of new Jeeps and Rams in stock. And during the President's Day sales event, get special financing, cashback rebates, and exclusive discounts on all our most popular models. Plus, enjoy higher trade-in values to help you save even more. You're going to love what's waiting for you at Now Maxwell Jeep Ram. Visit NowMaxwellJeepRamKilleen.com today. And remember,
Now Maxwell's got the trucks.
Was just that way too. So I was
Rose is your name, but when you poop it sure don't smell like.
I know who to watch out for. I get on the bus, I head to the only seat that was open, which happened to be right across from Uzi. I get out my sketch pad, which had all of my drawings in it, and I started drawing, you know, minding my own business. See, I was a passionate artist. Each drawing was like my child. Some of my most prized possessions in that sketch pad were my Sonic the Hedgehog OC. And I was pretty freaking good at drawing them too, cause Sonic was my childhood hero. I played all the games, watched all the shows, attempted to read all of the comics when I had the chance. I even changed my subconscious voice to Sonic. Do it. Listen to all the soundtracks from each game, even to this day. Even made my own original storylines for my Sonic OCs. In my eyes, Sonic could do no wrong. Well, I mean, except for when they changed his voice. That actually pissed me off. I don't care what nobody says. Jason Griffith was and is the best Sonic voice of all time. Bring him back! Okay. I'm getting off the subject. Just wanted to point that out. So I'm sitting there drawing, right? Everybody around me looking in awe of these masterpieces I was making. They like, oh, ooh, ah, praising me for my art. Everybody like, yo, can I see it? I'm like, sure, of course. At this point, I'm passing around my art for people to look at like it's freaking candy. Next thing I know, Uzi look at me, he like, yo, you like a artist or something? Obviously, yeah. Mind if I see the book so I can flip through the pages? I'm like, sure, of course. Soon as I hand him the book. Thanks, it's mine now. Excuse me? Did I stutter? You not giving me back?
Hell yeah.
Dude, give me my drawings back. You mean my drawings? Like, get out of my face. I can't make this up. Before he even finished his sentence, I ain't asked no questions, I ain't begged, I ain't tucked my tail. I looked up to God, looked back down, meek. My fist just unconsciously connected with his face at the speed of light. Like, bro, it was insane. Before this, I ain't never felt anger like this in my life. This wasn't no regular anger. This was that tear dropping down the face type of anger. Buddy crossed the line with the wrong dude. I just wanted to get my stuff back by any means necessary. And the more he kept telling me no, I ain't getting my stuff back, the more pissed off I got. My fist had a mind of its own. Meek, Mookie Bop Meek, mama, what you pack me for lunch? Without any thought of repercussions, because it was my prized possession, which I had an emotional attachment to. So you know, I was living, big fella. Like, y'all ever had something taken and forcefully held back from you? Especially if you had an emotional attachment to it? This must be how Kanye felt, bruh. It ain't a good feeling at all, because you're very territorial about whatever that thing is. Like, that experience leaves you feeling violated, and this was the first time someone ever violated me like that. Yeah, sure, I know now that you should always control your anger and think before you do something, but understand that people don't think clearly when their emotions are running wild. So when I got furious, I blacked out. So my first instinct was to hit first, ask questions later. I wanted smoke, and only the smoke. All them teachings my folks taught me growing up about never hit first, let them hit you first, and then wake up Chris Breezy, I threw that out the window. And what makes matters worse is the bus driver didn't even acknowledge our fight. Like, he didn't stop the bus to stop the fight. He just looked at us two like, oh, just two black on black crime. Proceed. Which made me even more pissed off. So after like 3 minutes of throwing hands, I eventually got my sketch pad back. Don't get me wrong, neither of us won. It was a draw, but right afterwards, old white man stopped the bus. He's like, I'm finna write both of you up and get you off my bus. I'm like, why me though? He stole my art. What you wanted me to do? Be a good boy and let him take it? You saw the whole thing and kept driving. You should have parked and came to stop the fight. You worried about the wrong destination. Uzi just looked forward and was smiling like a little evil prick. Bus driver's like, our school has a zero tolerance policy. All altercations will result in a write-up, sending you to alternative school. If there was a problem, you should have came up there and told me. I'm like, dude, you was watching the whole time. You seen what happened. You seen I was getting angry. You seen the problem, but you did nothing. He just walk away. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm like, what the fudge? Bro, I'm just trying to go home and eat some oatmeal and watch Chalk Zone, dog. Golly.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, listen.
Content marketing is easy. I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep my content creation process running smoothly. I use ClickUp AI to brainstorm fresh content ideas in seconds. With ClickUp's calendar view, I can schedule posts across all platforms and never miss a deadline. When I need to track
this is really good practice.
Engaging copy tailored to my audience. And with campaign dashboards, I can track performance metrics like engagement and follower growth all in one place. ClickUp makes work easy, from planning your next viral post to managing your entire content strategy. Click the link below to start your free trial today.
The tabs you open here are also here. Choose Chrome to share tabs across devices.
Takis? Smarties? Coke? What is that? Is that dog food? Alright, y'all. So 2 years ago, I used to talk to this girl that I actually wanted to take serious and be in a relationship with after getting to know her for about like 5 months. I'm not gonna use her real name, we're gonna call her Erica. In my mind, I felt like she was perfect. 9.9 out of 10. Delicious. Like, she checked off almost all my boxes. I left out that last point to make it 10 because even though I thought she was sent from heaven, crafted for me and me only, there was one thing that she started to do and refused to stop doing that was a deal breaker for me. Personally, I feel like everybody should have deal breakers when it comes to relationships. The one thing that crosses the lines of your morals, standards, values, and makes you go, no, we can't be together. Let me explain. She had it all. She was weird like me. She loved anime, had good taste in music, actively wanted to seek a relationship with God, but was struggling. But you know,
well, they're doing a horrible fucking job.
Girl that was really freaking good at side fighting games. Like,
There's much. I said there's much. There's not much they can do for her right now.
Black and blue. She beat me at Street Fighter so bad one time, I called my doctor and asked him why the hell he brought me into this world. She had a sense of humor, could take a joke. She was goofy. She used critical thinking skills, was feminine, worked out 4 days a week, had flaws, but embraced them and was willing to heal from her trauma. Never wore makeup. She was strictly dickly, a vegan. She was down to earth, patient, loyal, and a hustler. Get to the money.
Look at that. They're not falling off.
Finger licking good. I ain't gonna lie, she had a little duke. I prefer a donk, but it's okay because she had a cute face, so I let it slide. Where I'm from, we call little booties dukes and big booties donks. Anywho, I could keep going all day about all the boxes she checked off because it's as if I found my dream girl at the time. All while my ass can't even get past the first few criteria on somebody's dream guy list. I don't know why she wanted me, and I don't care. Now, Erica was open and honest about everything, but she was hard-headed, which is fine. But little did that I know, that would be the one thing that started our fallout from each other. Literally the day before I was gonna make her my girl, she hit me up and was like, hey, my car's in the shop. Can you take me to Oliver's house so I can get high? They're trying something new. I'm like, new strand of gas? She like, yeah, you could say that. Mind you, I've known Oliver since I was in elementary school. Bro is a hippie to this day that gets high 25/8 and does the most outlandish stuff that most
fucking man.
white people. He lived with his adopted mom and biological brother at the time, who were both dysfunctional as hell. So every time we went over there, some crazy shit happened. I felt like I was in a movie half of the time. I pick her up, we get there. The first thing I see that sets me off was they swole-ass bulldog behind the gate staring at me. I instantly take off to the car. Oh man, Devontae, you scared of dog? I'm black. We see dog, we run. Erica like, don't worry, they gonna put Rocky back in his cage when we get inside. I'm like, they bought a dog? What they feed that thing? Horses? Nigga look like he boxed Mike Tyson on the weekends. Erica like, man, come on. We get inside, and as usual, his mama offers me one of them nasty ass bananas that's been sitting there on the fridge for weeks.
On the banana, baby?
Nah, grandma, I'm good. You can go ahead. Eat. Damn banana. No, ma'am. I'm good, grandma. I don't want a banana.
Why you ask?
I didn't ask for Mello, let's go to the back. You know, I love that lady. I hated when she did that. Plus, she always used to wear them long-ass, unnecessary-ass nails. Like, grandma, you too old to be wearing them long-ass pro feet. If she get in a fight, she's done. We get to the backyard where the shed was, where every time we came over, that was the place where we all partake in
the Mary Jahooji.
See, they all smoked the Mary Jane. I, on the other hand, preferred the infused into food version. So Oliver brings us inside. I see his brother Bam Bam and his homie DJ. They in the back table rolling up. I'm like, oh, okay, that don't seem very different. Soon as we get to the couch, life took a 180, because all of the sudden, I felt like a sharp pain in my chest, as if the spirit was trying to tell me something. Had my heart kicking like an unborn baby. So I leave to go use the bathroom in the house outside of the shed, because I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I just got to take a fat one. Just to find out that I didn't even have to drop a submarine into the ocean. I get back to the shed. I walk inside. What the deuce? Takis? Smarties? Coke? What is that? Is that dog food? Yo, Rocky is punching the air right now. What the actual fuck are you doing? Erica like, relax. The white stuff isn't Coke, it's table salts. What do we look like, degenerates? We're just trying something new like we did last week. I'm like, last week? Yeah, so recently we've been experimenting with different things to get high instead of gas. I haven't been here for a month, and this is what y'all decide to do? All of them. I thought y'all only mess with the Mira Jahooji. Then she goes on this tirade about how their tolerance is way too high and that exotic wasn't enough, so it was Bam Bam's idea to mix foreign substances to see if they can get them higher than usual, and how she wanted to be open and honest about it since we were in the talking stage, and how she knows it's kind of dangerous, but that doesn't stop her because it's fun, and that Oliver, DJ, and Bam Bam seem to be on the same type of timing, so she wanted to see if I was. Listen, I ain't have no problem with her hitting the green pack, but if Shorty kept this up, I knew exactly what road she was headed down. Like, what's next? Car gas? You know how high gas prices are? They finna be broke and mentally damaged. So I'm like, look, when you said getting high, I ain't mean all this. I meant that green, baby. The raw version of the healing herb that comes from the earth is all I can tolerate. Because the raw version is but all of you Kelly bull crap that causes irreversible damage. Man, look at y'all. Dog food? That's crazy. You know what? I don't care. I'm standing 10 toes, chest high. Oliver, Bam Bam, DJ, I know I can't convince y'all to stop, but as for you, Erica, if you gonna be doing stuff like this, then we can't be together. Now this when the game changed. Remember when I said Erica was hard-headed? Yeah. When you were against something she felt like brought her fun or wasn't that bad to her in the moment, she would completely tune you out and do what she wanted regardless of the long-term consequence. And I guess this was something she really didn't want to stop. So she hit me with the most direct response I ever heard from her. Okay, bye. Yo, Shorty was tweaking. After she said that, she didn't even look my direction. Cold-blooded. Continued crushing down the food and the crystals, not saying a single word. She did not want to stop, and neither did they. I was genuinely bamboozled, bruh. I didn't want to show her no sign of weakness, so I sucked up my emotions I felt at that moment and walked out. Bam Bam, Oliver, and DJ sat there like, damn, even though this was not their problem, nor their concern. Like, she grown, she can do what she wants, but I personally don't want my girl doing something like this because I know the long-term effect it'll have on her. Because I've had habits in the past that turned into addictions. I know how it's gonna get. It ain't no different than not wanting your little brother to get caught up in the streets because it'll lead to either death or jail. In conclusion, it's a deal breaker for me. But you know what's crazy? Funny enough, I get back to my dorm, ready to go to sleep. You know, I got my Boys to Men ready in my headphones because, you know, I actually cared about Shorty. At 2:30 a.m., I get a text. And guess who it's from? Count Cracula. She like, I'm sorry for saying that. So, you just gonna leave? It's that easy? I ain't even care about her being cold-blooded at that point. I just cared about her well-being. So, I reply like, are you gonna stop? 5 whole minutes pass by. She like, I don't know about that. Take care. So we parted ways after. This is why I don't rush into relationships. I want to get to know at least the basis of somebody first. Every time I went to Oliver's house after and she was there, it was awkward. And as for Rocky, still punching that air.
Want a super fan, so I tell her don't be afraid. Then I'm at the door, yeah. Grab a 3-5 of the dose, yeah. And just got gold on them, yeah. Haters can't stop me with wishing. I hope my niggas don't end up switching. Gotta keep a pop-off, yeah. Put a red ribbon on me, fly away on them bus, yeah. Headed up the comments, I need me a bag full of sensor to get me back started. Don't even know how I've been through the straightest type of ballin'.
Marco's only uses premium toppings, which means your pizza isn't just flavorful, it's mushroom-full, or sausage-full, or pepperoni-full. And you can get unlimited medium one-topping pizzas from the place named America's favorite pizza chain starting at $8.99 every day, only at Marco's.
If I can't have her, no one will. The Warriors ain't the only ones celebrating, cause we hit 100K! Woo! My second 100K plaque on the way! Woo! Man, rest up, OG channel, rest up. I used to have this friend that did crazy for absolutely no reason. We're not gonna use his real name, we're gonna call him Kevin. No matter how serious it was, bro used to put me through the worst situations for his own entertainment. And it always used to make me wanna get the biggest AR, load the mag, go to the nearest swap, and dump the clip into my foot. Like, I don't know what coochie this man came from, but it couldn't have been a civilized human being. Like, that boy was raised by either the Joker and Harley Quinn or Majin Buu and Toga. It was one semester in sophomore year of college. He came to me in need of a favor. I said, look, man, what's the catch? Because there was always a catch to whatever he was asking me about. He said, listen, I came to you because you have a lot of female acquaintances, which I did. So I was wondering if any one of them were looking for a man. I said, yeah, one of them, the rest want to be 304s. He said, perfect. I got this homie looking for love. I was wondering if you could set him up on a blind date. Now in my head, I'm like, finally, this thing is trying to do something nice for once instead of terrorizing me and stroking his testicles about it later. Pause. So I agreed to the favor and hit up one of my homegirls. We're not gonna call her by her real name, we're gonna call her Kiki. So I asked him what the guy's name was. He said the guy's name is Ash.
Uncle Ruckus moving. feature of Izuku Midoriya come to life with special effects. Izuku Midoriya come to life with special effects.
visibly reverses up to 10 years of wrinkles by L'Oréal Paris.
Now, I'm no pirate, but I be getting to the booty.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And by booty, I mean the ones all over my Instagram, tainting my feed, trying to get me to Jujutsu Kaisen my meat. You know what? I'm getting real tired of you Jezebels sucking all this stoic energy away from me with all that temptation at the most pivotal time in my life. No Nut November. However, the gangster in me won't let me fold. See, bruh, I used to be a chronic genital jouster like the rest of these men out here, but recently I've ascended. Instead of releasing my energy into the Eos, I decided to store up all this pent-up aggression, harnessed it, and transferred it back into my work. Like, this problem runs deep, bruh. I've been trying to use every vein. Oh, that's not a good word to use in this situation. Every atom, every artery, every fiber in my being not to fail this side quest mission. And seeing these anime waifus and IG thoughts all over the place ain't helping out at all. Bruh, social media has really made it hard not to get hard. And when we choose to stop, that's when them demons be ready to tickle your fickle. I played Gotham Knights on my second channel last week, and every 3 seconds she was on screen, Barbara had me about to act up. Like, it's tough out here, man. This whole situation got me befuddled.
Brian is the best content marketing team lead I've ever worked with. But before he created his content calendar using Monday.com, his strategy was, let's just get something out. Now with Monday.com, he easily created a board to plan and coordinate the whole team's assets. It has everything a content team needs: due dates, channels, media types, files, and AI auto-translate, all in a flexible calendar view that maps out the entire quarter. So now Brian is chill. He has everything he needs to manage his content team with confidence.
Ever since I stopped slapping my meat around, it's like I got smoke from every crevice of the earth. Every time I blink, back, back, back. When I was in college, everywhere, booty, back, back. Dang, she finding a mother. Back. And I say that because when I would release all this pent-up aggression, I'd get a temporary dose of euphoria and alleviation. But the next morning, I'd wake up hating myself again. There comes a time in every man's life where he needs to put down the hentai, put down the hub, and get beefy.
What do you mean by that?
And November is the perfect
Put down the hub is crazy.
Sharpen your mental state, your communication skills, your body, your pockets, your goals. Like, bro, most of the time, dude, your focus just...
Yeah, putting down the hub is crazy. I haven't played Jump Force in a while.
Start wondering why you ain't got no bread. Some of y'all be wanting the whole loaf, but don't got the discipline to get the crumbs. And I get it. Ooh, whoa, the bar it's easier said than done. Yeah, I know how hard it is. I had the same mindset back then. But it all starts at a desire to want to improve. Bitch, shut up. Ain't nobody asked you shit. Bro, I'm a living testimony. Take it from me. The first time I ever disregarded women and acquired currency, I got 100K. Twice. You know why? Distractions. I got rid of them and shifted my focus. Now, I'm not saying you can't strive to get no lady down the line, but first, strive to be the best version of yourself and then go get that lady. Back in 2020, I remember sitting in the library of my college campus thinking to myself, dang, I've been doing YouTube since 2009. Why the hell I'm not past 2,000 subscribers? Oh, I know, you beat your meat too much. That drains your energy, freaks up your focus, and makes you even more demotivated, insecure, and depressed. The big titty waifus can wait. You put more energy into building relationships with girls instead of building a future. Hello? Your folks need to be taken care of. Get off your ass and get some cash. You spend literal hours around homies that's just as depressed as you because of the same reasons and have zero motivation to do something with their life. Whoop whoop. Newsflash, you are who you hang around. You don't be taking your YouTube career serious enough, so your ass gonna stay working at fast food. Distractions. And as I got done thinking what I thought, I saw a little light at the end of the tunnel. God was like, huh, I got you, big dog. Next thing I know, the shutdown happened. And when it did, something clicked in my mind. I realized I could go back home where I don't gotta worry about classes, cake, or chaos. Man, I kid you not. Soon as they made that announcement, all my horniness left my body, because I knew isolation was my ally. I shifted all my focus and went straight to the hyperbolic time chamber. Vegeta wasn't the only one going Super Saiyan after he stopped giving a frick. Bro, the day of, I documented it on Instagram, told myself that I'm gonna get 100K by the end of the year or die trying. I kid you not. 3 months later, I got 100K. Alright, so these are 3 things I do constantly to survive No November. Take mental notes if you really want to build self-control to get through this. Because why, Dr. Umar?
We must stay focused, brothers. We must.
So look, bro. Number 1, whenever I see a temptation, the first thing I do is slap myself in the face. That's what you need to do. You need to slap yourself in the face. Not too hard, because you don't want to black out. Because I know some of y'all got hands the size of a polar bear or something. But like, slap yourself like you stole something from you. Because think about it like this. Instead of focusing on slapping your feet around, it'll make you focus on the pain from slapping your face. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? All right, number 2. You see a temptation again, throw around some weights. Do some push-ups, sit-ups, run around like a dyslexic titan off a perk. I don't care. Just work out. Because think about it like this. Instead of working out your meat muscle, it'll make you focus on a different muscle. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? All right, number 3. Whenever you feel the temptation again, imagine a person you want to fight. Even if it's an anime or cartoon character, doesn't matter. Throw them hands. Make sure it's somebody that pisses you off and you're in an area where you can punch the air. Turn on some Young Boy if you have to. Turn on some System of a Down if you have to. Turn on some NWA if you have to. I don't care. Just make sure that Shadow, whoever you think of, runs you a fade. Mike Tyson that fool. Baki Hama that boy. JoJo's that nigga. Make sure they know what your mama packed you for lunch. Cause think about it like this. Instead of fighting your lust to death, you're gonna be trying to catch your breath. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Alright, I'm finna go slap my meat around, hit the subscribe button. I'ma head out. Second channel. What up? Alright, y'all. So look, the last time I played me a Batman video game was some years ago, Batman Arkham Knight. And I must say, Batman Arkham Knight is show.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Alright, y'all. So if you've been watching me for the past couple weeks, yes, before my original channel got deleted, you are an OG. I'm talking about streams, videos, Instagram videos, whatever the case may be. You know I am weird or different. Whatever you want to call a unique human being, such as myself. It don't matter what platform it is, bro. Whenever I let go and just be myself, you see it throughout the entire video. Like, it get real wicky, gangy. Sometimes I'm aware that I'm doing weird stuff and I just don't care what anybody thinks. But then there's sometimes where I'm not aware, bro. It's happened all my life. I get so invested into something and I become unaware and my mind just drifts off to another place that can't be described. Which ultimately leads into me doing then it's happened. Oh my God. I remember this one time back when I was like 7 or 8. It was in between one of those two. I can't remember. It was just me and my sister sitting around, you know, doing what kids do. Stupid shoes. Back then, you couldn't tell me nothing. If you told me, Devontae, don't touch that stove. It's hot. It'll burn you. Your skin, it's gone. I'm gonna be like, and still touch the stove. My sister, she's younger than me, so everything I did, she mimicked. If I decided, man, I'm gonna jump off this cliff without a pair of shoes, she'd probably push me off and jump along with me. Man, we were both sitting around chilling, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't remember why or how a bag of coins got in me and my sister's hand, but we were playing with the money, and I don't mean in a good way. Y'all are probably gonna be on my neck in the comment section, but when I say we were playing with the money in a bad way, not a good way, we were putting the money in our mouth and spitting it back out and putting it back in. Like, bro, what am I? Emphasis on put your money where your mouth is. Like, you probably thinking, what the fudge? I ain't never seen no person on this planet be this ignorant in my life. We really could have been doing something regular, like building bed forts. Could have been outside riding the scooter, on the block, doing our darn dizzle. But nah, we inside trying to collect coins and level up like this Pac-Man or something. The only thing I did before this that was even remotely stupid to what this was like put foil in my mouth. That was the closest thing I ever got to grills. Listen, I don't know why I did it, but you know, I guess it felt good or something. I don't know, bro. I don't know. If I could go back in time and ask my 8-year-old self why I did it, that little nigga would probably look me in my eyes and be like, why the hell do you care? My brother tried to warn me that I was probably gonna swallow one of them, but I didn't listen to him. And you can't save somebody that don't want to be saved, so he just let it happen. He's like, all right, whatever. Do you, buddy? We actually found enjoyment in doing this. I don't know why, honestly, but we did it for about a smooth 10 to 20 minutes, right? I'm thinking in my head the whole time, dang, ain't nothing finna happen to me. I know exactly what I'm doing. Ain't nothing finna go wrong. And I only told myself this subconsciously because I was controlling the flow of the coins every time they went in and went out. I got this under control. Everything was good. Everything was smooth for a whole 20 minutes until my sister looked at me like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. She put the coins in the bag and slid that to the side. She ain't want nothing to do with them coins no more. I'm over there panicking, crying all. I'm talking about a whale could have swam through them tears. Like, I really thought I was about to die. Like, bro, I really was paranoid. Like, bro, I just swallowed something. Is it gonna cut up my organs or something? I don't know. So I hit a breaking point and hit the dizzy dash to mom and pop's room. And usually I'd have to knock before I open the door, but this time I just busted into the room and I was like, I swallowed a dime. Boy, when I tell y'all, I was slobbering and crying. I'm talking about my eye was so cockeyed, bro. My eye left the planet. Like, it wasn't coming back. My parents didn't know if I was looking at them or looking at the ground. Like, and I was talking to my mom about this the other day, and she was like, you was stumbling like a crackhead that needed a hood. I was like, when I was crying,
here we go.
His face, bro. I'm talking about my eye was doing a permanent Cupid shuffle, bro. My eyes were so cockeyed, I didn't even know if I was my parents' son or my parents' pet chameleon. Bro, I really looked like one of those googly eyes, like, like I'm pretty sure my mom and dad had a hard time trying to figure out who I was talking to. I really felt like my life was ending. That's how bad it was. I really thought I was gonna die. I was telling my mom, like, oh my gosh, Mom, I'm gonna die. My mom was like, you're not gonna die, son. No, Mom, I'm gonna die. You're not gonna die. I see the light, Mama. I see the light. It's going on. I'm gone, Mama. I'm falling to the ground. I'm tripping. I'm swaying side to side. It was bad, bro. I was like, I'm gonna die. Bro, I was paranoid. Nigga, I ran outside, like, screaming and crying. I'm like, bro, it was insane. I really was so dramatic with it. I mean, I'm dramatic now, but, like, it was way worse back then, bro. But it's mainly due to the fact that I didn't know kids swallow coins all the time. I didn't know that. I'll tell y'all one thing. I never put money next to my mouth ever again. I learned my lesson. When I tell y'all I was paranoid, I was paranoid. You think I'm paranoid today? Bro, I was 8. Bro, after that, every time I looked at coins, I wanted to throw up. I was paranoid for about a good 3 days. My mom checked my producer beat every single day. And eventually, On the third day, she checked my Padu and found out that I had swallowed not one, but 2 coins, which was weird because I looked at the coins and I'm thinking to myself like, oh, did they multiply in my body? I thought I only had 1 coin. What's going on here? 8-year-old little brain back then couldn't compute. Somebody slide me the software. It was crazy. It's my brother, he was like, I tried to tell him all because when he was younger, he swallowed a coin too.
Content creation is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep my content creation process running smoothly. I use ClickUp AI to brainstorm fresh content ideas in seconds. With ClickUp's calendar view, I can schedule posts across all platforms and never miss a deadline. When I need to draft captions, ClickUp AI helps me write engaging copy tailored to my audience. And with campaign dashboards, I can track performance metrics like engagement and follower growth all in one place.
All right, y'all. Hold on, let me finish these chicken wings real quick. These hoes smack. Alright, y'all. So this is a remastered version of a video that I made a very, very, very long time ago that y'all probably didn't see or probably did see. I ain't like it myself, so I went outside, I chucked that hoe to the birds. So with that being said, y'all know out of anybody, if you've been watching me for the longest time, that I've done a lot of stupid shit growing up. Swallowing poisonous coins, going to a college party smelling like straight Baduzzi because I forgot my deodorant, getting fired from my job after faking like I was sick so I could leave and get that Twister Wizard cinnamon roll washing machine neck or nothing treatment from my little yeah at the time. And the list goes on. Now, one of those things in particular that I did that was stupid, big, bad got me the worst whooping I have ever gotten in my life when I was a kid. I remember that mug like it was yesterday. I was 9 years old. I was sitting on the couch one day and I was watching Punk'd. If you a 90s baby or early 2000s kid, then you know what I'm saying, you know what that show is. Anywho, so I was sitting on the couch watching that on the big TV. Back then we didn't have like skinny TVs. We had like the big fat TVs with the donk on them, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if the TV started twerking, bro. Bang, 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 bang. Reload. Back then I was very impressionable. That means I was easily influenced. So after watching Punk'd, you know, they do a lot of pranks on that show. I decided, maybe I could do the same thing, you know? It would be pretty cool, pretty fun. Problem is, though, I did it on the wrong people. I decided to do it on my black, straight, old school parents. Like, you could have did it on your brother. You could have did it on your sister. Shoot, you could have did it on somebody like the neighbors or something. But you decided to do it on the same people that can take away your games, take away your dignity, take away your pride, take away everything. The elaborate prank that my 9-year-old brain had back then was to call the cops and hang up. Like, I don't know what I was smoking back then, but I might need some of that now, because you're not even pranking your parents, fool. You're pranking yourself at that point, and you're gonna get in trouble for it, so it's a double-edged sword. I didn't even think that through. Why did you not? That night, my dad was at work, my mom was in the kitchen making food. So I found this the right opportunity to go ahead and start the operation. So I peek around the corner, I see mom in the kitchen, getting down, whipping that chicken, putting the foot in the grits. I'm like, she's distracted. Time for the Cobra to strike. So I go sneak the house phone into my room. And just know I had zero knowledge about phones back then because like we had a house phone. A house phone. 2 in fact. If you know, you know. My whole thought process of this was, okay, I'm gonna get the phone and then I'm gonna call the cops, hang up immediately. I just wanted to see what would happen. I thought the call wouldn't even go through if I called a number and hang up in a matter of milliseconds. That's why I was so confident in this whole operation. I thought I would get out scotch-free just for the simple fact that I really thought in my brain that the call wouldn't even go through. Now this is where she get wicked. Yeah. So I'm back in my room. I get the phone. I dial 911. I hang up immediately. Now, we wait. 5 minutes later, the phone rings again. And literally milliseconds before I can answer the phone, guess who picks up? The minute my mama picked up that phone, I knew it was game over because I forgot we have 2 house phones. So that means when anybody called our house, both phones would ring. When that phone rang and I saw that the phone got picked up somewhere else, bro, I swear heart left with this. So I hit the dizzy dash to the living room, right? I peek around the corner. I see my mom in the kitchen. She talking to the cops. Be like,
ma'am, is everything all right? We just got a call from this address not too long ago, and we just wanted to see if everything was all right.
no, I think you've made a mistake. Oh, shit! My mama put the pieces of the puzzle together so fast, bro. She hang up the phone. She turn around. She spot me. She like, I'm telling your father. Dang, mama, you are out now. I can't even go back to Grove Street. My dad gonna be on the block looking for me. Because of you, my GTA stars went from 1 to 5. I don't think y'all understand. I lived in a household where my mom didn't really have an effect on me when she was punishing me. So when she knew her punishments wouldn't get through to me, she would call my dad for backup. Because she knew he would finish the job. I'm over here crying and pleading to her. Mama, please, don't tell dad. Blah, 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 blah. That shit didn't work. Because she was like, you finna get mixed up as soon as your father get home. He gonna show you what I packed him for lunch. Buildables. So I hit the Duzzy Dash back to the room, right? I'm crying all night. I'm thinking to myself like, oh my God, it's over with. Life, I'm gone. Cause like, dog, my mama whoopings did not hurt. My dad's did. You gotta understand, this man was All Might, the black version. The man was big buddy, big buddy, big buddy. Man's was really built like a Baki character. Being a 9-year-old back then, that nigga was scary. So with all the fear running through my veins that entire night, after I woke up in the morning the next day, I came up with an elaborate scheme to try to let the situation simmer down into something by, you know, doing everything before he gets home in the morning, like cleaning up. I'm talking about spotless, everything. Dishes, room, bathroom, went outside, cut the grass. I even thought about going next door and walking the neighbor's dog. Man, it was so clean, I even let the cockroaches roam free. I even thought about going outside and washing the car. That's how bad I did not want to get that punishment. I did all that and more so that maybe, just maybe, he'll have a change of heart. I get all that done. I hop in the tub. I'm ducking down like it's warfare. I don't know what's gonna happen. Next thing I know, 10 minutes later, I hear a car pull up. And then 2 minutes later, I hear the door open. And then 30 seconds later, I hear the door go boom. You already know who it is. And you know what that means. All that cleaning up, all that hoping was in vain. You know what happened next.
Damn, you really about to rock my shit.
And I accidentally dislocated his arm. I have anger problems. I don't know about y'all, but I be ready to knock a nigga out. Like I go from 0 to 100 real quick. I gotta constantly contain myself just so I won't explode. Not like that, fool. Get your mind out the gutter. Before I started my journey on mastering my anger issues, I wasn't on Black Air Force timing. On Kami, I was on Black Timberland timing. I ain't finna sit here and act like I've always been the victim. Sometimes I've been the aggressor. They got these paws because they kept talking with them jaws. Pause. Most of the time it was due to the fact that I either misinterpreted what they said or I just did too much and my temper got the best of me. I remember a couple years ago when I used to live with my parents, I remember this one day I brought the squad over to chill and things went completely left. We were all upstairs, sitting around, chilling, shooting the bull. Next thing I know, me and my brother get in an argument. I'm gonna try to piece together this whole situation so it can make sense. This is basically how it went. Back then, me and these two were trying to make an anime originally by ourselves. Like, no animation company, no nothing. We were amateurs. We were in the process of making a trailer for the anime, right? And I was the only animator. And this was around the time where I wasn't an established creator like I am now. I was Devontae, not yet the one. I'm talking about this is before I did animation. Like, this was my rookie year of animation. This was back when I was doing reactions, skits, motherfucking music videos, all that. I just only dabbled with animation every now and then just to like learn how to actually do it because I didn't know how to like do it for real. So with me being a rookie, I'ma keep it 100 with y'all. I traced the entire trailer, literally the entire thing for 10 months. Nothing was original. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't sitting here a lot of you niggas telling me, no nigga, I traced that shit. Cause I honestly thought back then that it was okay to do that. No, big dog. Let's put a pin in that, come back to that later, slide it to the side. The problem here is that he used that as fuel to downplay my work ethic when it came to my content creation, which I've been doing since 2010. And you, bro, if anybody knows me, they know I don't play about my content creation crap, bro. This is what I love to do. This is what I live for. I eat, sleep, breathe content creation, bro. I'm a lion. When you come in my den, the grind don't stop. It don't matter what the opponent is. We will triumph. I went many days hungry, sleepy. Nigga, I had no energy whatsoever. Brain fried. Just to push out videos that weren't even that good in my eyes now, but they were the shit back then to me. So when somebody tries to make the assumption that my work ethic is the same for everything I do based on a side project that I wasn't really even like taking serious or even caring about for real, then it pisses me off. Like you can't mix the two. So when he started downplaying my work ethic on my content creation because of the trailer, he got me so mad to the point where I stopped listening to logic and reasoning altogether. Like he was just telling his opinion, but it's the way that he said it. He made me feel like I was a lesser being because I did what I did. Like, come on, bro. And no, he didn't work harder than me. I've been in the trenches since 2010, and I never gave up. Like, dude, watch your mouth. This was a side project. Don't make me get my spray. Where's my spray, by the way? Shut. Yo, that's why my blood was boiling. So on Kami, I get active. Like, watch your tone. You talking to Big Mellow in this mug, you heard? I get up out my chair and I pull up on him. Mind you, this is my older brother, but he's skinny compared to me. I'm fresh out of football. Like, and I'm a big little dude, you heard me? I was like a swole garden gnome. I'm only like 5'6", bro. If you would have played with me back then, you would have got your ass tossed around like Hulk did Loki. So he like, are you walking up on me? I'm like, duh, you ain't finna downplay me. He like, I'm not downplaying you. You need to back up off me. Clearly you were. I will call the homies right now and they will tell you this ain't happening. So I'm like, I can walk up to you if I want to. I ain't afraid of you. What you gonna do about it? I was, ooh, that jump hot. I was heated, fool. If he wasn't talking these hands, I didn't want to talk. I was ready to throw them paws, you heard me? It was like the Boondocks in there. You would have thought Riley and Huey was fighting, which is pretty much what this situation that was happening was kind of like. If we was at the Grammys and he said that on stage, I would sit my black behind down because I ain't trying to lose no punches. So my boy B-Ride, you know, the guy from this story on my original channel, he's like, yo, y'all need to calm down. Why does it matter? My brother like, man, F all that. He walking up on me, I ain't finna let him do that. So I get even more pissed off and I push him. He pushed me back. I push him back again. He punched me in the face. Oh, Kami, after that punch, I got active. So I speared this man into the couch, right? Meek, mock, mookity, mook, mock, meek. Mama, give me a 2-piece combo. Hold the mustard. It got to the point where it wasn't even a fight anymore. It was complete domination. Like, I was overpowering this nigga in every form of fashion. And I was only using like 25% of my strength. Like, what is this, Beerus versus Super Saiyan God Goku? Even though I was at 110 degrees, I only used 25% of my strength because I didn't want to kill my brother. Like, I didn't want to, like, send him to the Shadow Realm. It's my only brother I have. Like, I care for you, but you still getting these hands, nigga. Like, what? Literally, moments later, when I speared him into the couch and started punching him repeatedly, I held down his arm at the same time, and I accidentally dislocated his arm. And what made it even worse is my boy B-Rod tries to intervene again, and it got even uglier. Bro, he tried to grab me and stop me, and I flipped B-Rod. He's backflipped like the edge of the TV stand. Oh my God, I was so sorry. B-Rod, if you watching this, I'm so sorry. My brother too, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt y'all. Y'all pissed me off. It's just the fight or flight mode. You touch me, my body is going to react. I'm sorry. You might get flipped. You might get thrown into outer space. You might get thrown to a different, I don't know. I did the opposite of what my mama always told me to do. She always told me to let the opponent hit first. Then I can mop the flow, hide the wet sign just to catch him slipping. Like my mom was basically Mr. Miyagi, but I turned around, my dumb ass went to Cobra Kai where they strike first, no mercy. And oh boy, did I show no mercy, because I was pissed. My God, at least I love the nigga enough to not use my 100%. This would have got ugly, uglier than it already was. He like, my arm. Next thing I know, I hear footsteps coming up the stairs. I'm like, oh, you already know who it is. Mama Bear and Papa Bear has entered chat. You know, my parents were pissed because my mama didn't even say a word when she got upstairs. She just came over, grabbed me by the ear. My dad went to go check on my brother. I'm sitting there, blood still boiling. My homie's just sitting there in shock and silence. They can't do nothing because they know if they would have intervened, it would have ended up like B-Rod. After this whole situation escalated, I said my sorries. I apologize. You know, I made the executive decision to work on my anger. That's why I smile a lot these days. I've been working on it for the past 5 years. I've been doing pretty good, I guess. Sometimes I fold these days, you know, I'm human. It's gonna happen. It's not like I got ultra instinct, you know, or I just stay calm all the time. I'm not weak, you know. My anger ain't like it used to be, but it's still present. I don't just go from 0 to 100 now. It's more of a gradual thing nowadays. You know, I'm working on it. My brother, sorry. All you had to do was just keep my work ethic's name out your freaking mouth. I like meat, man. I like chicken. Give me them butter beef. Cause it tastes good. Give me them 5. Give me that 9. I don't get tired. I'm fit for greatness.
This is my team, and we get everything done with Monday.com. Sarah is a senior project manager, and she has never missed a deadline. She uses Monday.com so every project she leads goes from A to Z in record time. Seriously, she makes us all look like clowns. She made a pre-made template for project management. She calls it her golden workflow. Now all stakeholders are aligned, timelines are clear, and all work lives in the same place.
But what if there's no template for what we need?
Glad you asked, Marcus. Meet Sarah's AI savior, Monday Sidekick. She writes what she needs, and within moments, her custom workflow is ready to roll. Either way, now the whole team finishes projects before you can even say, try Monday.com for free and get more done.
Damn!
This season, you've got places to go, people to see, and things to do. You may have already gotten vaccinated for flu and COVID-19, but other respiratory illnesses are still out there. If you're 50 or older, even if you're healthy, it may be important to help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia.
What the fuck, nigga?
It may be important to help protect against RSV, too. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about which vaccines you need. Help protect yourself with only one dose each.
I look back up, she's already at my desk. I'm like, how the, huh? All right, y'all. So growing up, hey, hold on, my brother. What you doing? Oh. All right, my bad. This video is a remastered version of a video that I decided to not re-upload to this new channel. Instead, I decided to remake it. As I say, growing up, I was the type of person that wasn't rebellious unless necessary. If the situation called for me to be rebellious, then I'm jumping to the gun, no hesitation, boom, splat, reload. There have been many times in my about to be 23 years in November on this planet that I had no choice for it to be this way. One time my dad threatened to take my check, my hard-earned check that I slaved over for weeks, and my 9 to 5 back when I was 19 over some dumb food. I told him to eat food. Well, I didn't tell him.
Oh, what the fuck?
I was thinking in my head.
No, bro.
Give him the check. Because I didn't want to end up in a casket floating down a river somewhere. Like, y'all ever had somebody try to take money from you? You feel violated. People do not play about money. Like, have you seen Family Guy? I ain't trying to end up like Brian. You know what Stewie did? Like, what the fuck you think you was trying to take my money? Like, you weren't in the back slaving, dealing with customers and getting threatened by your boss and getting rolled up by your shift manager and dealing with your coworkers not wanting to work and having to keep a smile on your face while you deal with customers that want to take your head off because you got the order wrong. Like, we getting off track. Anywho, my parents, they always raised me to listen to higher authority and follow rules and regulations because they're there for a reason. However, me, I had a threshold. I'm gonna listen to you until you break that threshold, and it's always for a reason. For example, Devontae, go do the dishes. It's disgusting in there. Mom, there's literally one dish. I don't need a left. Just go do them. Yes. Devontae, go fight that lion. Oh. Talking about me? Yes. You want me to go fight that? I don't need the lift. Just go do it. Like I said, it's always for a reason. I remember this one day, 5 years ago in my senior year of high school, something happened in math class that broke that threshold. I decided to go to school that day with pants with little pockets. And I don't know if y'all know about pants with little pockets, but they have stuff fall out easily whenever you sit down anywhere. You know, I was walking around with little midget pockets, but it's okay, because I was fresh to death, you know. Nobody don't help me, I just so fresh, so fresh and so quick. I was on my P's and Q's, you dig? I was keeping it together all day. Phone falling out, pencils falling out, everything. The only thing that didn't fall out was them Robert in the math class. A teacher, you're gonna call her, you don't want to use a real name, we're gonna call her Karen, big booty white lady. She had that thing in every class. Every time she turned around, we saw all of her action. Only problem I had with her is she was so fucking annoying. Cut to the boys, 3+.